Leo Tolstoy, Wise Thoughts for Every Day, on God, Love, Spirit, and Living a Good Life. Read by Madeleine. January 1st. Faith. The law of God involves fulfilling God's will because all people are created equal. The law of God is the same for all of us. Our lives can be good only when we understand the law of God and follow it. According to an old Jewish saying, a person's soul is God's lamp. A person is helpless when God's lamp is not lit, but becomes strong and free when it is. Of course, this cannot be otherwise, because it is not their own power but God's. Although we don't know what universal goodness is, we do know that we should all follow the law of goodness that exists in both human wisdom and our hearts. If people believe that they can please God through rituals and prayers alone, not by deeds, then they have lied to both God and themselves. January 2nd. Soul. What do I call my inner self? It is my soul, which lives in and is connected to my body. We all pass through particular stages as we age. First, we are infants, then children, then men or women, and finally we grow old. But during this time, our inner self remains the same. This inner self is our soul. Understanding ourselves involves realizing that life is not within the body, but within the soul. Iron is stronger than stone. Stone is stronger than wood. Wood is stronger than water, and water is stronger than air. But there is something that we can neither feel, nor see, nor hear that is stronger than anything else. It existed before, it exists now, it will always exist, and will never disappear. What is it? It is spirit, the soul that lives in every person. We are amazed at the size of a big mountain, the sun or the stars in the universe. We are amazed at the size of the big mountain, the sun, or the stars in the universe. But these great things are nothing compared to our souls, the most powerful thing in the world. January 3rd. One soul in all. A river does not look like a pond, nor a pond like a barrel, and a barrel looks different from a glass of water. But each holds the same water within. Likewise, it is the same spirit that lives in all kinds of people, a healthy adult, a sick child, a young king, or a poor woman. The same spirit gives life to us all. When we see the others the same spirit that lives in us, we feel as if we have awakened from a long sleep. We are united with all people and all creatures. Thus, we must treat as we would like to be treated, not only other people, but animals as well. God lives in every kind person. If people could understand that they do not live individual lives, but that their lives and souls are linked to others, then they would know that in doing good deeds for others, they do good for themselves. January 4th. God. People often say that God is love, or that love is God. People also say that God is intellect, or that the intellect partakes of God's power. But this cannot be the case. Love and the intellect are qualities of God that are known to us. What God is, we certainly do not know. Everyone can feel God, but no one can truly understand God. Thus, do not attempt to understand God, but try instead to feel God's presence within you. If you are unable to find God there, then you will never find Him. When you look inside yourself, you see what is called your own self or your soul, but you cannot touch it or see it or understand it, but you know it is there. And this part of yourself, that which you cannot understand, is what is called God. God is both around us and inside of us, in our souls. The more you understand that you are at one with God, the more you will understand that you are at one with all His worldly manifestations. January 5th, Unification in Spirit. When Socrates was asked where he was born, he answered, "On this earth." When he was asked of which state he was a citizen, he answered, "A citizen of the world." We must remember those profound words. We all live on the same earth, under God's great power, which is superior to that of man, and under God's law. We know in our hearts that we must strive for unification with all people. The more united we become, the better our lives will be. Likewise, the more we separate from each other, the worse our lives will be. Every person has two masters, the body and the soul. When the body rules, one struggles and experiences animosity toward others. However, the more one grows in spiritual understanding, the more one's internal power transfers to the soul, to the spirit that seeks unification with the souls of others.